You pray for them. I know that person walked by you and did not speak, but don't need to put your mouth on them. You pray for them because God is watching how we handle that funny family member, that funny spouse, that funny friend, that funny manager, that funny supervisor. God is watching. Verse 42, verse 11, chapter 30, chapter 42. Then came his brothers, and I'm done, and his sisters, and all who had known him before. And they, one, comforted him, and they consoled him. They comforted him, church. My brothers and my sisters, this is a season when people need the comfort of good, well-meaning friends. Depression is abounding. People are gripped by fear, economic setbacks, pulling kids out of college. Comfort ye one another. You really cannot comfort, however, authentically until you have sat where people sit. And some of what we go through is not for us. I feel him all over me. Some of what we go through is so we can tell someone else, I have been where you are. I have sat where you sit. I thought I too was going to lose my mind. I know what depression is. I know what hunger is. I know what it is to have a wayward child. I know what it is to be divorced. I know what it is to be foreclosed on. But I want you to know that the God that I serve is more than able, and he's more than faithful, because God is God. Job's friends, they comforted him. Number two, be seated. They consoled him. The people console Job. Console means to provide peace. When all hell is breaking loose, we need to be comforted. Number two, Pastor Joy, we need to be consoled. Console means to provide peace. I don't need a whole lot of angst when I'm already going through. You don't need a whole lot of foolishness and aggravation and mediocrity all up around you when you going through. People are calling you with lifetime issues, life-threatening illnesses, and children running to the school because you spanked them. Now, all of a sudden, life is at the home of a good parent because you spanked your child. And all of a sudden, now you got the social services all involved because the child said that you did something, and you were a good, holy person simply trying to keep your child from going to jail. You don't need a whole bunch of mess around you when you get a terrible disease diagnosis. You need to be consoled by people who know something about tragedy, know something about surgery, people that know something about pain, and maybe your suffering is redemptive so that you can tell somebody else what you went through.